Mónica Taher, everybody. How's everyone doing? Good, good. We were just a cleaning company. We were just a cleaning company. And still, we're just a cleaning company. So I am the COO of Avanti Green Eco Cleaning and now also of CleverSlot. Avanti Green Eco Cleaning is a residential and commercial cleaning company. We're celebrating our 15th year anniversary. We were founded in 2011, and we were actually the first eco-friendly cleaning company in Las Vegas. Now we have others out there, but we were the first one. Our commercial side of the business is growing pretty strong. We have a few strong accounts, such as one at the airport, VIP lounge. We have a few government contracts, and we also provide specialized services such as carpet cleaning, window cleaning, pressure washing, floor care. So we are a one-stop shop for many of our clients. We also have a nonprofit arm. It's called Eco Kids Club. We have a partnership with the CCSD. We go into classrooms and educate kids K through second grade on everything and anything about the environment, on how to save water and electricity, how to recycle, etc. And we are also Green Seal certified. That certification is the most rigorous, eco-friendly, related certification that a company can have. Now, I just want to share a story with you guys. I'm not selling anything this time. A few months ago, I received an email from Karma, right, saying that there was going to be an AWS AI Pitch Competition. And my partner, who founded Avanti Green Eco Cleaning back in 2011, had been wrestling with this problem, with this issue. The software that our company uses, and not just our company, but all cleaning companies, as well as all home services businesses, HVAC, plumbing, pool cleaning, landscaping, everybody. It's slow, it doesn't scale, it's pretty much archaic. And it's been proven that companies that have to deal with scheduling manually lose at least 40 hours a week. I'll give you an example. We have a client that is going to have an appointment tomorrow at 8 a.m. He calls tonight at 10 p.m. and cancels the appointment. What do I say to my cleaners? Do I ask them to come into the office until 10 because we don't have an appointment early in the morning anymore? Absolutely not. I have the responsibility to give all of my employees, which are about 40 hours a week. And many of them get a lot of overtime. So there is absolutely no way I can cancel them just because my client canceled. We have many routes that go into Las Vegas and Henderson. So what do? It's very complicated when you have a schedule, like I said, that is slow, that doesn't think by itself, that is manual, that it relies on the human brain. So we decided to participate in that AWS AI competition because of that. Also, we wanted to create software that was that had a better route optimization. We are an eco-friendly company, so we want to minimize our carbon footprint. We wanted to have intuitive upselling. If a client bought carpet cleaning services 6 months ago, I want the system to tell me 6 months later that I can go back to that specific client and offer carpet cleaning again, as opposed to me writing a reminder on my calendar, because that's manual labor. And that's why we now have AI. So to make a long story short, we won the first AWS AI Pitch Competition. Thank you. It was $35,000 at that time. Okay. That's all I'm going to say. But I want to share something really cool about this, about AWS, and I think we need to give kudos to AWS for doing this. I don't know if you guys have been seeing the different competitions in other cities, in other states. Obviously, it's not just in Vegas. And they're helping a lot. Two great things. By the way, this is our startup, CleverSlot. Number one, we won $35,000 in engineering hours, which means that we don't have to pay anybody to build a solution, right? We partner with one of AWS vendors, and they're building our POC, our proof of concept, right now. The great thing is that AWS told us that we can reapply for more funds, and more funds, and more funds, until we go to market. Imagine we're talking about at least $250K just in engineering hours. If we didn't have those funds, if we didn't have that money, I would have to be raising money, and I've done it before, and it's hard. It's not easy to raise money. Nothing against venture capitalists, but I don't want to give up equity. I want to own, 100%, or at least whatever my share is, right, of my startup, of my idea. The other great thing is that about AWS and what they're doing is that they're really strengthening a lot of the tech hubs across the country. So I really think that what they're doing right now with our startups and with us and with founders, it's amazing. We started working with Predictive, which is the vendor that they had at that time. And then Predictive was acquired by nClouds, which is a bigger company. So now we have more resources and more help. And like I said, they're building our POC. And after that, they're going to focus on our MVP. And then we'll go to market. Our idea is not just to have this software for us, for Avanti Green Eco Cleaning. We want to license it. We want to license it to all home services businesses in the country. We're talking about an industry that is bound to reach $800 billion, with a B, $800 billion by 2030. So we all have problems in our businesses. And you can go on stage and talk to the judges and complain about the problem, about the issue, about what doesn't let you sleep at night. But the way you're going to win the competition is by providing a viable solution, by explaining clearly what the solution is going to be for your consumer, for your client, and at the same time, how you're thinking about monetizing. The business model has to be super clear. Now, let me tell you another story. This is Claudia, my partner. So we have Avanti Green Eco Cleaning. And then Claudia has a daughter. She's 10 years old. And her daughter had a pizza party at school. And I decided to go with them. So all the parents were mingling, and then we did the usual thing. What do you do, right, when you meet someone? And we met Trent. And Trent is the head of AI for Indeed. He went to UCLA. I went to UCLA. So when he told me that he was a Bruin, by the way, go Bruins, we immediately connected, right? There was a connection. But the bigger connection happened when he told us that he was the head of AI for Indeed. He has a PhD from UCLA in AI. Now, Claudia and I have been talking to, working with AWS and with Predictive because they were building our solution. But we don't code. We are a little bit technical, but we do not code. So if AWS came back to us and told us, okay, this is the code that we're going to use on your solution, we would be like, okay, great. We wouldn't understand it, right? So we needed another person who was technical, who could be savvy when it came to software. And we invited Trent to join our team. So be smart about who you bring on board. Do not give equity to everybody. But if you happen to find a Trent, grab him and give him equity, because he's going to be absolutely useful for your startup. Now, I'm going to share the last piece of advice, if you will. When you go to market, your startup doesn't come out with 10 features, 15 features. It's too many. It's too confusing. You come out with 1, 2, 3, perhaps 4, 5, maybe. easy for the consumer to understand, whether it's a B2C, business to consumer, or a B2B, business to business. But when you're talking to the judges, you need to think out of the box. You need to think what you're going to be doing in the future. So our idea is to add this down the line, which is the ability to count, for instance, for window cleaning, count the number of windows with a drone, count the number of windows in a building with a drone, as opposed to having a human doing that, which is really what happens right now. So that's another feature down the line, not right now. And the other feature we have talked about is, have you seen how obviously there are reviews on Yelp and on Google for businesses that don't do a good job, or that do a good job, but not for people who don't pay, for clients who don't pay, So there is only so much I can divulge about this idea, because it's obviously everything is proprietary, but we're also going to be adding that, because if we license our startup to all home services businesses, we want to make sure that if there is, for instance, a landscaping company here in Vegas and a certain client didn't pay us, we want to make sure that that landscaping company finds out about that client that didn't pay his or her bill. Okay, so that will be another feature down the line. Please, let's connect on LinkedIn. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Monica. Does anybody have any questions for Monica before we go on to the next presenter? Anybody? No? Okay. Very good, Monica. Give Monica a round of applause. Thank you so much. Okay, everybody.